Hi everyone, it's me, Miss Farrah Mills. Welcome back to my channel. Now I know it's been a really long time since I've done a video, but obviously we've all been in quarantine and blah blah blah. All of our plans have been cancelled, all of our lives have been cancelled, but we are healthy and safe, at least. Some of us are, thank goodness. So today I wanted to talk about something that's come up during quarantine about trans youth and the fact that the government are planning on taking away all of the benefits for trans children at the beginning of their transition as far as hormones are concerned and puberty blockers, which is completely ridiculous. Apparently it's been said on the news that the reason this has been taken away is because it's irreversible. Children do not know their own minds, they don't know who they are, so therefore this right is going to be taken away from them, which is complete rubbish. I mean, I knew when I was 5 years old that I was a trans woman. I knew that I was female as soon as I can remember having thought, you know, and that view has never changed. The only difference is that when I was younger there was no visual representation anywhere for me to understand my identity, so I spent a long time questioning it through my childhood and my teenage years, because I had no point of reference to go, that's what I am, that's what I identify as, because there was nothing in the media telling me that that's who I was, that was how I was feeling, was the same as this person. And now young people have so many trans people on TV, online. There's so much wealth of knowledge to access for young trans people who are starting their transition, and so young children now are a lot surer of who they are. I think that the government seems to get this weird idea that suddenly children are jumping on the idea of being trans just because it's in popular culture, whereas people, the same amount of people who were trans before are still coming out as being trans now. It's just that they're more visible and they have more access to knowledge, so therefore people are able to make that decision a lot younger. And the thing about saying it's irreversible is complete rubbish, because, you know, children are not having surgeries, they're being put on puberty blockers and, depending on what age they are, starting hormone therapy. Now these drugs are completely reversible. The most important thing is for a male to female transsexual is to give them puberty blockers so they stop any start of puberty, because as long as you stop male puberty, then you will not go through any, you will not have any male characteristics growing up, and it will stay that way. But if you give young people puberty blockers too late, then they would have already started to go through male puberty, and it's kind of a pointless exercise in that respect. So what we need is, we need young trans people to be able to have puberty blockers before they start puberty, so that they can then make a decision. They then have quite a few years for them to decide if they really are trans, and if they're not, they come off them and they go through male puberty, and if they are trans they stay on them and then they take female hormones. It's really that simple. It's not difficult, it's not damaging a child, it's not doing any damage. And the thing is that we need to, if you're a parent, this is really important, if you're watching this and you have a child that you think might be trans and they start talking to you about being trans and being female, listen to them. They're not stupid. We all have an inherent sense of self when we're born, when we're children. We know who we are. Generally that doesn't change. We're not talking about being gay and lesbian because that's a sexuality, it's not a gender thing. We all know our genders, we all are very clear on that. That does not change. We know who we are. Children, young straight children, are never questioned about it, so they don't have to worry about that kind of thing. But when you're a trans person, you're already questioning that. So you need, when you say this to your family or friends or your guardians, whoever it is, that you are trans, they need to listen to you. You need to listen to your children, because they know who they are. This is a really important subject, and I wish that more people were talking about it. We need trans children to be listened to so that they can go through their transition. The most important thing is the earlier you can start your transition, the more convincing you are. I know this is not, it's not all about being convincing, but in the way society is and about passability and all of that kind of stuff, the earlier you can start, the more genetically female you will look, the more you can integrate into society without having any issues, so you can lead a normal life and people don't associate you with being trans, or that your whole life is not revolving around trans. Because of course being trans is important and it's something you should be proud of, but you know, there's more to us as trans people than just being trans, and sometimes that is overlooked by other people because they're too busy focusing on our transness instead of thinking, oh well, you know, she's trans, so yeah, well, she may be trans, but she may also be an artist or a dancer or, you know, anything. There are more sides to us than that. Is, you know, we don't look at straight people and just say, oh, you're straight and that's it. You know, they have other facets to themselves. So I just wanted to jump on and talk about that quickly. I know it's only a short video, but it's fucking hot today, and I had to turn the aircon off so that I could do this, so you could hear me. So I'm boiling. I hope everyone is doing okay. I know these are difficult, weird times at the moment, so I hope everyone is staying safe, self-isolating. Hopefully some of you are with your families. Of course, if any of my trans family online are struggling and are alone, you can always contact me. My social media details are below. Hope everyone has a wonderful day. Take care. Lots of love. Speak to you all soon.